my name is Sherley.
And I'm Brandy.
And welcome back to Unspoken Transitions, where we talk about the nuances of adulthood in a Christ-like way. So,
for today, we're doing something a little bit different than like our usual topics. We are going to be talking about some of our ins and outs of 2025. So basically, things that are in for us, things that we're absolutely loving, we want to continue to do, and outs, things that just gotta go. Maybe we were doing them before, they just gotta go. So should we start with our ins or our outs?
Let's do ins. Like, what has been working for us this year, because we're already like, I hate to say this, Q4 of the year. So
you know, I really dislike when people say, I won't say I hate, but I dislike Q1 or
Q4. I feel like it just like not season, but like fourth quarter of the year. That's how I see it.
Home stretch of the, which is crazy. I feel like the year literally just started.
Yeah.
Crazy that 2025 is almost wrapping up, but 2025 has been a beautiful year. So yeah, why don't you start with one of your ins? My
ins is continuing to take care of myself physically. I was playing games like half of 2024, and when we entered 2025 I saw the results of me playing games. So at the start of the year I actually I did a video. You know how they say like, oh my gosh, I should do it for, okay, it's coming up. What I'm trying to say is I recorded a video in January of like things I want to do to improve myself, to fix, and so on and so forth. And I'm realizing now that we're in the fourth quarter of the year that it's coming up in January, and I'm excited to like watch it back and see like what I said. And I was planning on making a TikTok where it's like I see the video, I say something, and then like I'll record back like, did I do it? Did I not do it? Where am I?
I love that. Wait, I've seen that. Yeah, so you're kind of having a conversation with yourself like, did we do X, Y, and Z?
Exactly.
Okay, I'm so pumped to see this.
I'm excited. And this conversation just reminded me of it because I low-key forgot about it. Because it was in January. I recorded it and then like...
Yeah.
But that to say, one of the things I know I said in it was that I need to take care of myself better physically, both working out and eating better. Because I was at my heaviest at the beginning of this year. And I was like, I'm getting older. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
And I've seen so many people just share on TikTok that as they are in their like early to mid 30s, it was very hard to put off weight once you're there. Like, it's like double of a challenge. It's already hard to lose weight and everything, but they said that it was just significantly harder. So I was like, for this year, not even just for weight, but just for health overall, because my family history does have cholesterol, diabetes, high blood pressure. I don't want to be in a situation where I'm taking pills every single day. So let me take care of myself this year so that when I look in the mirror, I love what I see, and also I'm taking care of myself from the inside in, so this will help my health for the future.
Yeah, in the long run. I absolutely love that. Yeah, that's huge. And then even you just being cognizant of, okay, I see something that I don't like and I'm gonna nip it in the bud now. But I've heard that too, that when you hit your 30s, a lot of people say that'll be your base weight.
Yeah.
So they're like, get to where you want to be, but once that clock hits 30, then
you're gonna be there, and you can get out. You can always get out of it, but it's gonna be a lot of work.
A lot of people say that. Yeah, that's one of my ends for this year. I feel like I'm all about health and wellness. Health is such a privilege, it's such a gift, and I just often am thinking about that. Mainly, I mean, it was a few years ago that I started taking like my fitness journey very seriously and going to the gym consistently, things of that sort. This year I feel like I saw the most results, especially looking back on my wedding day. A lot of people think that I lost weight for the wedding, and I'm like, no, y'all are just seeing the effects of something that happened years before. So yeah, it's nice to see. I feel like it took a while for me because I started maybe like 2023, around 2023, and seeing the effects now has been really nice. And then I'm also giving myself grace because I think being married, like, you're gonna gain a little bit of happy weight.
You also like just got married.
Yeah, so I'm like, it is what it is. But also just being very mindful of the things that I'm eating. I think we've talked about this before, but what's in for me is reading the ingredient labels now when I go shopping. What's in for me is just really meal prepping for real. That's been a game changer for me. I stopped doing it for a while after I got married, and then I got back into it recently, and it saved me so much time. So I just prep in batches, and I don't meal prep for long because, you know, men love to eat. It's not gonna last very long, but it does save me some days from being on the stove and in the kitchen. So I've been loving that. That's been in for me for sure.
Honestly, I wish I could be a meal prep girly. I feel like those who meal prep and like can stick with it are like the stronger soldiers.
No, you can do it. You know why? If you can run the miles you run, Shirley, there's no way that you cannot meal prep.
My problem is it's not the meal prepping. It's okay, I like to eat what I feel like eating. So if I meal prepped chicken drumsticks for the week and I want salmon, I'm not eating the chicken drumsticks. I'm gonna eat the salmon. So yeah, and
no, it's possible. So what I'll do is I'll prep a couple of meals, a lunch, and snacks.
Okay.
So it gives me variety. And I don't, some people meal prep for like 7 days. I only meal prep for, let's say, like 3-4 days.
Okay.
And then I cook again something that I'm craving. So really, instead of cooking 4 days in a row, I'm only cooking maybe twice a week.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I'm technically meal prepping too then. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Okay. Because when I see meal prep, of course, I'm thinking of the most extreme version. Yeah. I'm thinking on TikTok when they have like 25 bowls and it's like for the next 2 weeks and it's like chicken, white rice, vegetables. That's what they're gonna eat for like lunch every single day for 2 weeks, and then dinner's gonna, and I'm like, I am too much of a picky eater to eat the same thing. But you're right, because actually subconsciously I've also been doing that this year. I'll make like rice and peas, and that will be all like enough food until Wednesday, or like I'll make a rack of chicken and that'll be enough for the next couple of days. And then like you said, okay, so I have been meal prepping. I thought it was like all the Tupperware and like just like
no, I do that too.
Oh, okay.
I do that too. But it's easy to warm up. So I'll do that for like lunches, for example, and I'll just warm that up. But I'll have different meals, maybe a couple of different proteins, some carbs, and then we'll switch out. Like we'll be like, well, what do we want to eat for tonight? So we can mix and match different things that we have. But it's just easier for me to just grab and go if I have to take it to work, or if I'm warming it up at home. I can just, or if I'm out or something and my husband needs to warm something up, he's got it. He can just like throw it in and warm it up.
That makes sense. All right, so I'm meal prepping, but just not on your level yet.
Exactly. You can get there. It really stinks when you're maybe like 3-4 hours in.
4 hours in? Yo, that's crazy.
Yep. Because I'm meal prepping so much, and Haitian food is not like your basic meal prep. So yeah, maybe like usually I'm done between like 3 hours, but sometimes if I want to, you know, do a little bit razzle dazzle. But I'm telling you, it'll save you so much time, because you'd be spending what, 2 hours in the kitchen on a regular day cooking?
Honestly, it depends on what I'm cooking. It just depends, because you know, you just warm up some salmon, you know, that's like,
are you Rachel Ray Thursday meals, girl?
Like, you just gotta like, yeah, honestly, I like cooking, but when it comes to Haitian meals, I'm not, I will do it like once, like if I'm making the rice, I'll make the rice like once or twice a week. But when it comes to the grand like Haitian version of chicken and all that, I'm like, listen, I can't.
Really?
I can't do all that.
Okay, maybe that's why it takes me so long then.
I mean, your food is fire, so there's a reason why. But me personally, if I'm already like, as like a person who always is just like ordered food. Yeah. If the barrier to entry is too much, like mentally, I'm not doing it. Like if I think about it, if I'm thinking about lunch and I'm like, all right, the chicken is not X, Y, and Z, or like I need to make this, it's gonna take 2 hours. I have a meeting in an hour and a half. I need to make sure if once that happens mentally, that happens in a span of like 5 seconds. I'm like, all right, no. And sometimes you just need a quesadilla with some vegetables, you know, just like a quick, like you got some shrimp, you know, like defrost it for like 30 minutes.
That's fair.
Boom, boom, bam. And then the traditional meals, a couple times a week, or meal like large amounts of it, and then like whatever. And also Eli's parents have been a lifesaver, because they are just, he goes over and they just bring like a tub of chicken, and I'm like, let's go.
Honestly, we have to thank Oh yeah, they really do. Yeah, and you don't even have to ask.
You don't. They just do it. They love it.
It's their delight. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. No, it does help. It does help.
No, yeah. But I'm glad that we're both eating healthier and we're both taking care of our bodies from the inside out. Not just for weight loss, because I feel like a lot of people, like, although I did intentionally like lose weight and stuff like that. Yeah. Eating healthy now is not only to lose weight, it's to feel good and to like be able to, like you said, be healthy, go up the stairs and not be out of breath. And
no, seriously, huge things that I think a lot of people overlook.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if you're in a sedentary job.
Yeah, where you just sit. Yeah, where you're just sitting at the laptop.
Get up, move around, do what you need to do. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we got the good in.
Yes.
And do you want to say your first out?
Ooh. Should we do our, I want to hear your other in first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's wrap up the ins.
I would say another in this year. It's a work in progress, but taking up space and like being myself fully in spaces. For a while, I was just masking and like just being who people wanted me to be because I was just afraid of like rejection. And I think TikTok is a big influence because you know how someone on TikTok will say, I love apples. Yeah. And somebody will comment and say, but what about oranges? Or what about so I think that really affected me because I was always thinking I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want to be rude. I don't want people to take it the wrong way. So I was in this loop of just constantly overthinking everything that I'm saying and like trying to make sure that it's fine-tuned or just picking the safest option so that nobody could be potentially offended. But that just made me self-conscious, insecure, increased social anxiety, and at some point I was like, you know what? I should be able to take up space and be myself, and the people that love and like accept me and know who I am, know my intentions, and they know what I'm saying. And if they have a problem, they will talk to me about it. I don't need to create this mental space of trying to analyze and evaluate all the potential routes of how somebody could potentially get offended, when it's just like, if you love me, you care for me, you will assume that I have the best of intentions. And if I hurt your feelings, then you will have a conversation with me and we will work through it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, that's so good. Yes, we have to take up space more. That has to do with my first out, but in terms of my second in this year, it's been podcasts. I know this is a podcast, right? I think in the background of a lot of my day-to-day, I would always listen to music. So now I'm finding, as I'm cooking or as I'm cleaning, a good podcast. Mind you, my parents used to do this growing up where they would listen to radio shows. I'm like, have I turned into my parents? So I will just listen to a good faith-based podcast. I've been loving a lot lately. There's so many good ones out there, but podcasts are in for me right now. Yes. Even in the car driving, y'all. I know.
No, I feel like that's fine though, because it's sometimes, I don't know if it's just, we were just talking about being overstimulated. Yeah. Sometimes I just can't deal with all this noise. Like, no matter, it sounds terrible, like all music, sometimes I'm just thinking I need something that is not instruments and all of the above, and podcasts to do it, because it's like, you know, we spend a lot of our time in the car. So if we are always busy in our homes and stuff like that, what's the best way that we can connect with God, for example? Through a podcast. Let's just sit in the car and listen to something on our way to work. Because like maybe, me personally, like if I have to be in the office at 8 o'clock, I am not waking up at 5 to pray and then like get in my car to go. Me personally, at this time in my life, I don't want to do that. But if I wake up early, I get to my car and I decide to do my devotion there, whether it is praying while I'm driving and then listening to Bible verses and then listening to the translation in the car or listening to a podcast. I feel like that's a better, or even on the train, that's a better use of your time than just like blasting music. Of course, worship music is like, that's something else. But all that to say, I think podcasts are a great way to, you know, actively do something and like also learn at the same time. And the same way goes with cooking too. It makes sense.
It's been so in for me lately. So I absolutely love listening to podcasts. Yeah.
I've been listening to podcasts for a while. what's been in for me for this year is audiobooks. So I've been listening to just audiobooks upon audiobooks. I started off with just physical books, but I realized I just like being on the go and moving and so on and so forth. So having an audiobook while I'm cooking and so on and so forth, it makes it less like tedious. It's like, oh, you know what? I'm not just like cooking and this is gonna take a while. It's like, all right, I'm cooking and I'm gonna get to my favorite point in my book that I'm reading right now. So
exactly. And most of the time, because I've started reading audiobooks too, you can carry it with you. So sometimes when I would have physical books, because I love a physical book too. For example, I'm doing my hair and I'm like, dang, I forgot my book at home. But your audiobook, you're always gonna have it on you. So for the most part, it's always your phone.
A couple books in. I've been really into like psychological thrillers, only because I can't predict anything. Like I read The Housemaid. Have you heard of that?
I've heard of it. It's like a series, right?
It's such a good. I only read the first 1, 2, 3. There's 4 books. I think the first 3 are worth it. Everyone said the 4th one is not good, so I didn't bother. But audiobooks.
Yes, audiobooks, podcasts. We love it. You're learning something informational, or it's just fun. Like the ones that you've been reading.
Exactly.
Out alongside your bringing your most authentic self. For me, it's what's out is not posting on social media, not talking myself out of posting on social media. The negative self-talk. I love content. It used to be something really fun for me, like especially in high school, growing up and things like that. So I've loved creating media for a very long time. And then there came a point where I think more people started like finding out who I was, that I just felt more of a sense of pressure of what I posted. It kind of, you know when you have your Instagram and like all your family, people you know are following you, you can at times be a little bit pensive of what you're posting. When people I didn't know was following me, I was just like, I'm posting whatever, this is fun. And now I'm just reminding myself that it's okay to go back to what I enjoy. People are gonna see it, whatever. At this point, if it's something that I enjoy and I'm happy doing, because I never like to do things that I don't enjoy just to do it. So I think that's why I took such a long hiatus, is because I wasn't really enjoying it. And now I found the fun in it again. So that is way out. So I am just gonna enjoy doing what I've loved doing for so many years.
And that's amazing that you got to that point too. I'm still struggling to get to the point to post again. I just want to make sure that when I'm posting, I'm like representing like my best self and so on and so forth, especially as a fashion page. So, and my fashion has changed a lot since the last time I was posting consistently. So I'm still trying to find the balance of like what to post and what to say and stuff like that, but I'll find it at some point. I'm glad that you are out with being where I am and that you're into like posting.
Well, that's not to say that I think some days I have even found myself saying that of, girl, the amount of drafts I have is crazy of just saying, well, I don't know who would want to see this. And then I'm just reminding myself that my social media is something that I want to be to just document my life. And because I would always grow up and look back at my old YouTube videos from, I don't know, like 2014 or whatever. And I just remember looking at them and just the joy I had making it. And I just love that I have those physical video representations of that time in my life. So that's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it for future me. And
that's a beautiful thing, because it's not attached to likes, it's not attached to, it's for you.
I'm past that now. Not that I was ever really tied to it. I'm just like, if something is good then and I like it, then so be it. I hope it resonates with people, but if it doesn't,
whatever, that's
it is what it is. It is what it is. What about you? What's out?
I would say so I already spoke to kind of like I would say making excuses for others. So I think that speaks to like because I had a habit of, when someone does something wrong to me or says something bad to me or treats me a specific way, I would always come up with an excuse as to why it's okay that they did that, because maybe they were having a bad day, maybe they have something going on in their life. But I saw a quote that said that when I was going through a hard time, I wouldn't act like that, so I should hold you to the same standard. And that's like another out that I have is speaking down to myself, whether it's in my head or out loud. I'm not gonna say that I'm broke. I'm not gonna say negative things about my appearance. I'm not going to speak, like we were talking about, speaking life and things. I'm not gonna speak death to myself, like all these bad things, call myself crude names, so on and so forth. Like, I'm a child of God. I am royalty. And I'm going to act and present myself as such.
Yes,
so I know God has an abundant life for me. I know that he's already given me so many blessings in my life. So I'm not going to disrespect who I am and all of the good qualities that he's instilled in me. I'm not perfect, but that doesn't mean, but me speaking negatively to myself is not going to help me overcome whatever that I am going through or where I want to be. So out, no more speaking down to myself.
Oh, I love that. That's so good, because I think oftentimes we unconsciously do it. And I think a lot of terminology, even us in college and growing up and things, we're just very negative, to be honest. And just speaking death to yourself, like even if something is funny, how we would always be like, wow, people like, no, you're not. Like when people say it now, I actually am like, you're very much so alive. Are you not? You're very much so alive. And I don't know, maybe I ruined the joke or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's just, we have to speak life to ourselves. And I love that you're at that point where that is out, kicking out the door.
God. No, praise God. Like, yeah, just praise God, because it took a while. I think the self-deprecating jokes, it was also as a coping mechanism, because people have always told me that I'm intimidating. People have always said that like intimidating, I'm interpreting it in an off-putting way. So I was thinking, in order to tackle that, let me try to humanize myself a little bit more and like put myself down so that people feel like, oh, you see, like I'm fine. Like, but at the end of the day, it's just all counterproductive. Like, you're the one who's hurting from this. They still might be intimidated. You're not being yourself. All of these things are just hurting you. So going back to like the point I was saying before, it's just, I'm going to be myself unapologetically, and because that is who God made me to be, that is who I'm called to be. And if you can't get with it, if you don't agree with it, if you want to demonize me and come to your own assumptions based off of what I say and do without having a personal conversation with me, then you're not meant to be in my life, and it's okay that you're not in my circle. It's hard though.
And intimidating it's not always a negative thing, because I got that a lot growing up too. And I'm learning now, it's just standards. A certain level of respect that I hold you to, and you need to respect me to that level just like I'm respecting you. So there are certain things that you can't do while you're around me, and certain things that you will be able to. So and if that's intimidating, then it is what it is. So be it. Wow, I love this. I love the growth. You guys have probably seen the growth in us too over time. My last out is being too busy to spend time with God. Really spend time stating my word and all of that. That is out. I'm tired of it. I am trying my best to like actually spend, not just reading my word, because I feel like I do that every day, but actually devoting enough time to really studying it more. Being too busy.
I would say for myself, because I agree with you, like making sure we're being intentional with reading the word and stuff like that. And for myself, I would say similar, but like rushing just in general. Like I don't want to rush to read my Bible and like just like you said, get it over with. Like let's be intentional. Let's read the word. Let's actually take something from it every time we read it, even if it's just one thing, one reminder. It doesn't always have to be a new thing. For myself, that applies, and also just not rushing in general. And the way I'm speaking, let's just take our time and have a conversation and stop rushing. Like if the person cares about me, what I'm saying, they're gonna listen to me. We can have a conversation. It doesn't need to be something where I'm trying to get as much out as possible because I'm afraid the person's gonna stop listening to me, which again goes back to like insecurity and being around certain people and stuff like that. And then also when I'm like walking, when I'm like present, like just stop walking fast, stop rushing. Let's take our time, like take it in.
Yes.
Like I feel like we're doing a disservice to ourselves, especially while we're young, to I'm just gonna rush and like look anyhow. I'm just gonna rush and like say whatever and do. It's like, let's take our time with things. Let's slow down, and I feel like we'll be able to be more present in doing that too, because we're not just thinking about the next thing constantly.
I love that. That's something that I think is out for me as well. Even for example, in just waking up earlier.
Yeah.
I don't want to rush. I was just telling you, I don't want to rush. Later on today, I don't know. Rushing is just not good. And it just elevates a level of, is it cortisol? A level of something in your body that you just don't want to be elevating.
Yeah, like it really does, because there is a difference. Like, I think we've talked about this in another episode too, but when you wake up at 7, right? For me, I usually wake up at 7 o'clock. When I wake up at 7 versus 8 o'clock to like start work at 8:30, it's day and night in terms of my day and everything. It's completely different. So, and when you're entering spaces, like when you wake up, when you know you're supposed to be at work at 8 and you're getting up at 7 and you're giving yourself 2 minutes to run out of the door, and now you're, you know, you're all over the place and everything. Whereas if you wake up early, you're able to take your time and present yourself like more put together and stuff like that. So it only does a disservice to us, and it only, like you were saying, stresses out our body and makes us feel frantic and overwhelmed, unprepared, and all of the above. So no more rushing. No more rushing, guys. It's not worth it. It's not necessary. It's not fun at all. Nope. That's out too. Yeah. But that's everything. Yeah.
Those are our ins and outs of 2025. Maybe they'll be different next year.
They will be different. Definitely should be. Or we'll just continue working on what we have. But thank you all for listening. And please like, subscribe, and share with a friend that would like this content. And we will see you next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.